Hey there. I've realized recently that I may not be able to convince everybody that's a Christian to be a pacifist, even as I am. And that's cool because I've not always been one myself. However, if we're going to agree to disagree on this entire being a pacifist thing, I was hoping that maybe we could at least find some things that we can agree on. Can we at least agree to genuinely love our enemies from the heart and to pray for them, even as Christ said in the Sermon on the Mount? Can we at least agree that God has put us here on the earth to be a blessing to all men, including those who we would deem our enemies? Can we at least agree as Christians that war will be absolutely the furthest thing from our mind, and that we will only resort to war and violence as an absolute last resort, and that we will do all other things before we start shooting and bombing and killing other people? Can we at least agree that we will never promote war as a good thing, and that we will never encourage or vote for individuals who think of war in such terms and who are more than happy and all than willing to pull the trigger as soon as they can and to escalate matters as violently as possible? Can we at least agree on that? And can we at least agree that God has called us as Christians to pursue peace with all men, and that we will seek to genuinely share our lives and our faith with others before we shoot at them? Can we at least agree that we will forgive our enemy, allow them to say bad things about us, take advantage of us, and give them the opportunity to slap both our cheeks before we resort to blows and shooting at them and blowing them up? Can we agree that our enemies are like us, sinners in need of a Savior, and that they are people created like us in the image of God? Can we agree that our enemies, like us, are created in the image of God, that their life is as valuable as ours, and that we will do whatever possible to preserve their life, just as Christ has done everything to preserve ours? Can we at least agree to treat our enemies as people who are also created in the image of God, as people whom Christ loves, and that we will not speak about them as if they're animals or demons or barbarians, people who are merely fit to be slaughtered and killed and maimed and destroyed and bombed and pillaged? And finally, once again, can we not truly, genuinely agree to love our enemies and to pray for them, even as Christ has called us to and taught us in the Sermon on the Mount, and that we will only use war and violence as an absolute last resort?